Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy FC Career Mode here on the second channel. We are obviously with Freiburg 2 in the third division of the German leagues. We are sitting towards the bottom of the table. In fact, we are second bottom of the table. Only worse is Dortmund's 2. So both academy teams here in the league are doing absolutely awful at the first half of the season. We still have half a season to go. I did go ahead and quick sim the last 2 games of the December months, in which we went ahead and lost both of those. We beat Dortmund in our last game. We are now in January. We're now in the transfer window, in which, in fact, a lot of our players have left on loan, and we have a scout report. We have 2 scout reports. I accidentally hit one of those, which was England, which the deal was half decent, so we brought him in. He was kind of half terrible, to be honest. But a lot of the 14 years old that I have on here that can only play cup games, obviously can't play a cup game if there is no cup to play in. So I might have to rework that system, because honestly there's only one cup game that they can really play until we get to the first division, and then we're in Europa League, and I'm not going to play them in Europa League. So we might have to rework that system. We have Lejeune, who's left out on loan. We have Beck, who is out on loan with Dortmund too. We have Haas, who is out on loan with Crew Alexandria. Braun has left on loan with Sutton. And then Sosa has left on loan for UCD AFC. And this guy has joined a club. I believe this is a real-life player. Yeah, this is a real-life player. This is actually the last real-life player. I went ahead and released everybody that I didn't sell in the summer besides him, because he had a contract that I couldn't do for some reason. It just wasn't letting me do that. Scout report, last one in America, and they are all kind of terrible. This guy, Mark Riley, 1.4 million is not bad, but other than that, not really great here. And then in Germany, which is still going, because this one, I believe, is on a 9-month period. The other guys are on 3 months, and we just rotate there. I accidentally bought that guy in. Lucas Ziegler, good overall, terrible potential. Felix Fart, just terrible overall. We had, what was it, England and... It was England and something else. How much money do we have? We have 8 million. Do I risk it for a biscuit, fire this guy, and try and bring somebody half decent in? A 2-star is better than a 1-star. So we'll bring him in. And then we are going to go ahead and send him out to Brazil, Peru, Ecuador. I kind of want to go South America. Let's go Chile. We haven't gone Chile yet. And then this guy, we're going to send to a custom nation. Or not a custom nation, but a nation that's not in the game. And this guy, he's going to a nation that is not in the game, a.k.a. Puerto Rico. You cannot scout in Puerto Rico, but with the mods, you can. So he's over to Puerto Rico for 3 months. So we'll see what kind of Puerto Rican talents we can get. And looking at our youth academy, we have some players that had just gone through a position change. Schmidt went from a 58 to a 61 as a center back. He might instantly come in and be a part of the starting 11. We also had Schmidt, who went from a 57 to 59. And then I believe we had someone else. We had Winter, who went from a 55 to 61 to center mid to right mid, yes. So he went from a 55 to 61. Fisher has gone. Haas has gone. We really needed a striker out of that scout report, to be completely honest. And we didn't quite get one, which is unfortunate. We desperately need a striker. Fisher has been loaned out for 6 months to the Go Ahead Eagles. First game up here, it's against SCV. They're 7 points ahead of us. We have Weber at striker. I forgot we have Weber at striker, but I still want a better striker. I can't lie. Simon on the left, Martinez, Bauer, Kovacevic. Bauer, who's been playing center back, is now a center defensive mid back in that role. He's obviously a better center back, but for now, he's a center defensive mid. Hansen, Schmidt, he gets the call up from the Youth Academy. Jansen, Adam, Muller. Let's get into it. Let's see what we can do. Cross comes in for the corner. Muller with the save. I need Muller. I need Schmidt to carry this team. I need Simon to carry this team. Simon's our worst attacker, and he's got to carry overall wise. He's the best attacker, though, on paper, on just playing ability. But on paper, he's definitely the worst here. Jansen down to the Schmidt. If he can get there, he can't. Down. Bauer wins the first one. We'll win the second one as well. Now Simon, the best attacker, switching the field. That's a terrible switch, to be fair, but it will work out to Schmidt. Down to Weber. Weber trying to play in Simon behind. No, but Weber will get it back after a poor clearance, and then he'll lose the ball because he has no. Kovacevic down to the Schmidt. DeSmet, 10 minutes before half. Can you find Weber? Yeah, he goes. You found Weber. Weber from outside the box, and Weber will put it behind the keeper. It's 1-0 for Freiburg. And Weber might be the answer after all. The striker that came out of nowhere that wasn't initially a striker. Martinez into Bauer. Bauer into Simon. Simon into Weber. Weber now trying to find DeSmet. Can't do so. Gets taken out in the process. No foul, says the referee. That's interesting. Jansen. Weber. Can you switch the field over to Simon? That's a beautiful switch. Simon now down the byline. His best thing he does. In towards Martinez. Save. And Simon back in the box. He's offside though. Simon now down the left. And Simon. He's still down the left. It's still with Simon. It's still with Simon. Byline sweating to Schumacher. And SFB. What? SCV will go ahead and drop points, and we will go 4 points closer to them, or 3 points closer to them, 4 points off of them. And Freiburg might win a game. And that's going to be the end of the game. A 2-0 win. We pick up a 3 points here, a crucial 3 points as well. We need to start gaining some momentum. I don't think we'll get anywhere close to a playoff or promotion area at all. But definitely want to create something. Next up, it's against Hating. I should play this one, but I kind of want to get to another scout report. I want to get a little bit deeper into this career mode, into the season. And we lose to the 85th minute winner. First scout report out of Puerto Rico, and honestly, it's terrible. It's terrible. Next up, we are back in Germany. Marco Schroeder, 1.2 million for him. We'll go ahead and add him to the youth academy. Oh, Kuhn, we'll go ahead and not add him at all just for his name. I can't lie. First scout report out of Puerto Rico here, and let's go and see our options. Honestly, it's looking not too great here. Maybe Danny Castillo, 1.5 million for him. We'll add him to the list. He kind of looked like an attacker. And then over to Germany, 1.1 million for Leonard Muller. We'll go ahead and add him to the list. And then it's looking kind of dry. Maybe Zimmerman's 875K. I mean, we'll add him into the list because if he's decent, he's decent. Jonas Berger, if he was 16, I would have brought him in. 1.4 million for Koenig. We'll go ahead and add him as well. And then over in Chile for the first time. No, and it's good because honestly our squad was full anyway. So we're going to go and thin this out. Maybe add some players to the first team. We'll see what happens. Some new players are into the team. Schroeder, who's a center mid. He's turning into a right winger. We go ahead and add him to the starting 11 for now because DeSmet is out with injury. Even though he is kind of back at the moment, he is back. He's just a little bit unfit, so not match fit to play there. Is Nezovic over the age of 15? No, so he cannot play. Schmidt is 18. Stevens is 16. Also, we did go ahead and bring in Zimmerman. He is a right back. We bring him into the team. And then other than that, everybody else is on still the Youth Academy. Let's go here against Victoria Cone. This can only end one way. Terrible. Here we go. This is going to end one way. I can only think of, and that is bad. Our goalkeeper has a slight knock to him. He's coming back from an injury. I guess he abstained during the later end of January. The team is slowly, and I mean slowly getting better. We are slowly getting a couple of players that are leaking through the Youth Academy that are decent enough for first team football. And I might get rid of the 14-year-old things just because they're kind of awful. Or I might just go ahead and have it to where I can just play them straight up, to be completely honest. We're going to quick sim a game here against Victoria Cone. We lost 1-0, which honestly isn't bad considering they had 44 and we have 11 points. Alright, I went ahead and just quick sim to the next month, to be honest, because I wasn't half interested in these games. We gotta draw against SV. I kind of want to play Dortmund again. I kind of want to play some of these games. So we went ahead and quick sim into the beginning of March now, and we went ahead and scrapped the 14 to 15, or the 14-year-olds in the age range from 14 to 19. It's back to the default age range, which I believe is 15 through 17 or 18. I don't know if it stops at 18. I don't know if it's 18 or 17. It's one of the two. However, they are still promotable by 15, and if you are 15, you can play in a team. It's just as simple as that. It's no U15s, none of that. The 14-year-olds that are part of this team that are already in like the squad hub here, like all around here, all the 14-year-olds that are in here, they can stay. They can stay even though none of them are 14 anymore. And I wonder if all the 14-year-olds actually got transferred out or whatever since I've turned off that setting on the mod. So I wonder if that's actually happened. They were still here on the Youth Academy, so maybe not. But the Youth Academy players, I have chopped it down slightly as well. And slightly, I mean a lot. We have a couple options here that I'm probably going to end up promoting to start off right now. But we do have another scout report here. The final scout report of the episode. We'll get into some gameplay. I'm sorry for not playing games, but we'll get into some games once we go through these scouts and try and find some good talents. And we got absolutely no one out of Chile. Maybe, or not out of Chile, out of Puerto Rico. Maybe this guy's a goalkeeper, but he's 5'11". So honestly, no. And honestly, that was nothing. But I do still have 14 years old on, so I don't think the mod's refreshed quite yet. I think I kind of have to close the game and restart it. But that won't happen. And I think on this actual mod, like on a different mod, not the mod I'm using for the Youth Academy, because that's just a cheat table from Arachna 2. But the improved gameplay or improved career mode mod, I believe it has Youth Academy players up to 19 years old, and I don't think I can change that. So I think it's going to be around 15 to 19 year olds just base, not touching the cheat engine. That's not really a cheat engine, but it is a cheat engine. So we have this guy in Navarro who's a 66 overall cam. Other than that, nobody was really good enough to be brought into a team, so we just didn't bring him into a team. This guy, he might come on to the team. I kind of want to see if he's a better position, maybe a striker, maybe something else. We'll see in a second. Quite literally everybody is unhappy at the club at the moment, and honestly, I can't blame them. They just are. Matthew, he is 15 years old. I told y'all all the 14 year olds are now gone out of the team, so I think that's fine with that. But other than that, everybody else is kind of out as well, and we're kind of just reshuffling the squad now. All our midfielders, like Bauer, he went from a defensive mid to a center back, in which now he's not even in a starting position at all because we have Hansen and Schmidt. We have Adam on the right-hand side, which we could put on Jansen, but honestly, no. Matthew, who's now 15, he is still training to be a right midfielder, which he goes up to plus 20 as a right midfielder, but we need Schroeder on the right-hand side just for now. We have Weber in striker, and that's about it. Simon's up to 60 overall. I think I finally settled myself down, honestly. I think I finally done that, which is good, which is great going to Season 2. I've been all over the place. Even this episode has been all over the place. I can only apologize. We are going to go into this game. I'm playing it solely, not for the result, but for the end of the game to do a post-match conference, press conference to try and improve our morale of the team. That's the only real reason. I would obviously love to win the game or get a point out of this game to obviously boost the morale even that more, but I think the press conference will be a little bit better. Matthew, his first game of the season, coming late on now. I wonder if was he 15 already? I think he was already 15. Matthew, near post. Weber! Goal for it! Freiburg! Was Matthew 15 already? I wonder if he was 15. And I wonder if all the 14-year-olds just grew up. Matthew, Weber, Martinez over the top for Schroeder. Schroeder now crossed in for Weber. Weber connects to it cleanly, but off target. Simon now down the left-hand side. Simon, can he cut in now? He will try and cut in. Simon over the top for Weber. Controls it nicely. Weber will lay it down to Martinez. Out wide for Schroeder. Cross back in. No. Matthew from long distance connects to it, but off target once again. Wagner. Boyd. Martinez gets Meg. That goes straight through him. Bond now out wide to Aberfeld. And Aberfeld in towards Boyd, and Boyd into Mueller. Zimmerman, Herman, Mueller with the vital save, keeping the win alive. Keeping the lead alive, not the win, the lead. Definitely not winning right now. Keeping the lead alive at the most. into Schroeder, and Schroeder might be in behind here. The Reckman defender, he's tired as Schroeder now. Schroeder crossed over for Martinez. It's a terrible flipping cross. No. Oh, my Lord. Bauer trying to head it down. Schmidt into Weber. Weber trying to find Martinez. No. Bauer over to Simon. Simon will toss and turn, and Simon now. Simon down the byline again into Weber. Weber touch shot off the defender. Probably would have been saved as well. Last chance. And in fact, they're not even going to have the chance. They're not going to have time to get the ball at the field. We have won. We have picked up all 3 points. That will do a load of the morale good. Plus, the press conference should even boost it a little bit more, trying to get these players from being completely missable. And it just means I kind of have to play more games, to be honest, because if I don't play, I lose. If I play, I at least have a better chance of winning because I'm playing. It's not that much of a better chance, but it's something. But we are going to go ahead and do the press conference here. You can see they're very unhappy. I hope he can build on that. Now he's just unhappy. Oh, I was kind of wishing it did more of a squad boost here. Maybe it will do here. Nope, it's just all players for all 3 questions, which is unfortunate here. Which doesn't boost them up. I wonder if that boosts actually the morale of the squad up as well. I really hope it would do. Alright, I'm going to end the episode there. I've been all over the place this episode. When we come back next episode, I am going to wrap up the season there. It will be the final episode of the season. We will get through some more games. I obviously won't play a lot. I'm going to try my best to get myself situated. Obviously, I've been all over the place this episode, and since I kind of did the U14 things. So I'll get over there. We'll only have the rest of this month. We have next month, and then we have 1 game in May. So it's really not too much action. I'll probably only play 3 to 4 games left to go, and then I'll settle myself down. And then at the beginning of Season 2, it'll be where the real stuff thing is. We got to get all the kinks and stuff out the first season, and honestly, it's a perfect time to do it. Obviously, not fighting for a promotion at all. Is it a playoff, or is it just... It's not a playoff, that's right. It's just it's a playoff with the relegation team from the 2nd division. So it's like a promotion relegation playoff there battle. So that's how they do it there. I always forget about that. I always forget that's how they do it. So yeah, we are far off that 51-point mark. How many points off? 51. We have 21. We are 30 points off with 10 games left to go. We quite literally have to win every single game and hope they lose every single game. So it's obviously not going to happen there. So honestly, we could probably end the season now, to be completely honest. We really could. And should we? Give me a second. I might be all over the place again. Alright, again, all over the place. And we are going to go ahead and just wrap up the season now, to be completely honest. This is the last episode of this week, so we wrap it up now. We come in next Monday, the Monday after this, and we brand new, fresh start, get everything out of the way. And we end the season bottom of the table. Even Dortmund did better than us at the end of the season. We had nobody in the scout report. We only had 1 month left, and nobody was good enough, so there was no point of even showing y'all. Show y'all I guess this, if this matters. I don't know if this does matter. The top goal scorer is Weber, who came in here 23 games ago. Weber had 6 goals. You can see the problem there, 6 goals. There is no goals, no goals, no goals, no goals. Let's go into our loan report with the players that are out on loan. A +1 out of Sanchez, a +2 out of Vok, plus nothing out of Jovanic, +6 out of Braun, a +4 out of Rooney, plus nothing for Moore, +1 for Sosa, plus nothing for Braun, plus nothing for Haas, +4 for Beck, +9 for Lejeune, but I think that is a position change. I actually did that as well. So I believe all these players will be coming back, and all of these players will be sold at the beginning of next episode. A lot of these players will be sold. Maybe not Matthew, but a lot of these players will definitely be sold. A brand new fresh start next season, 100,000,000%. I'm sorry for the tossing and turning, especially in this episode and to the end of the season, but for now, we go into next season. Pretty much season 1 all over again, except it's a brand new start. We have everything locked down, 15 through the actual range of natural players, 15 to I think 19 technically on this mod, promotable by 15. let's get down. Let's settle down. No more U15 bull crap. I'll see y'all there. Leave a like, subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow for a player, but back here, brand new, fresh start for Monday.